Alright everyone, here we are back again.
的を桜を守るがいい。羽化に耐えられるのであれば、母体とて死にはすまい。
And now without saying anything else, Kotomina's goal is Sakura's transformation. But that's still a lot better than anything Zoken has planned.
言っとくが、あんたの出番はない。そんな得体の知れないものを羽化なんてさせるものか。
その意気だ。決して造剣にだけは手渡すな。
I snore and head for the door. I'm done with this place. Oh, I think we all are. I need to get back to Sakura soon. When I get back to the house, the first thing I feel is a terrible chill. Nothing seems particularly out of place, nor do I sense any danger. I just have a vaguely cold sense of foreboding. The living room is empty. Ilya is sleeping in the tatami room. Tosaka is getting ready for the projection in her guest room. As for Sakura,
Sakura, 入るぞ。
I announce myself and reach for the doorknob. The chill runs down my back again. Something feels wrong. Something missing. But I shake off the hunch and open the door.
Sakura.
I catch sight of Ryder for an instant before she vanishes like a ghost. Behind her, the bed that Sakura is supposed to be sleeping in is unoccupied. The lights turn on. I blink at the sudden illumination.
おかえりなさい。どこに行ってたかは聞かないけど、ずいぶんと遅かったわね。
遠坂、これは一体。
見ればわかるでしょ。さくらは一人で外に出て行って、私はさっきまでライダーに睨まれていたのよ。彼女、あなたには手を出さないよう命じられているんでしょうね。シローが入ってきた途端、霊体化して外に逃げていったわ。
Tosaka's voice is calm. No, it isn't. This isn't the voice of someone composed. Her cold, flat tone sounds like she's given up.
遠坂、桜が出て行ったって。
本当よ。あなたが出ていく前からいなかったようだから、もう2時間は経つわ。あんな体で何をする気かは知らないけど、私たちの言いつけは聞けないってことでしょうね。探しに行こうとした私をライダーで止めるぐらいなんだから、後ろめたいことでもあるんでしょう。
バカなこと言うな。桜が俺たちに隠し事をしてる。
I can't say for sure that isn't true. Sakura has nightmares. I can never understand how Sakura feels about her steadily deteriorating health.
とにかく連れ戻さないと。あんな状態の桜を一人にしたら、それこそ
犠牲者が出るかもね。学校で私を襲った時みたいに目についた人から魔力を奪いかねないわ。だってほら、昨夜あの影に襲われた人がいなかったでしょ。きっと空腹なのよ、あの子。
遠坂。
She looks slightly away and goes quiet. Her eyes seem to say, "It's over, Shiro."
遠坂、お前。
桜を探すのはいい。私けど、見つけ出してあの子の姿を見た時、桜がもう桜じゃなかったら、やるべきことは分かってるわね。
そんなことはない。桜は桜のままだ。
正気？もう限界だって分からないの？いい加減諦めなさい、シロ。これ以上桜をかばったら、まず真っ先にあなたが
つまらない憶測は後だ。今は桜を見つけて連れ戻すだけだろう。その後で納得いくまで言い合ってやるから、今は黙ってろってんだ。
待ちなさい、シロ。
I run down the hall. I don't even have time to wonder where Sakura is.
もういいでしょ、シロ。
I run with all my might as to deny what Tosaka was saying.
シロ、桜を探しに行くの。
But then, I hear an unexpected voice just as I reach for the door. When did she show up? Elia's watching me from afar, as if there's a wall between us.
イリア。
答えてシロ。さくらを探しに行くの。
I nod. Elia's voice is strained. Her resignation is different than Tosaka's. Maybe she can feel exactly what Sakura is going through as a fellow Holy Grail.
そう。けどシロ、さくらが一人で外に出たのは、シロに見られたくなかったからだよ。さくらはシロを守るために、怖いけど、死にたくないけど、聖杯である自分自身に決着をつけに行ったの。シロが好きだったさくらはもういないわ。さくらは自分を消すために、一人でここから出て行ったんだから。
Ilia's eyes bore straight into mine. I returned the gaze and shook my head firmly. I won't let it happen. Even if Sakura isn't herself anymore, there's only one thing for me to do.
そう。けどシロ、私もさくらも自分の中にもう一つの自分を持っている。それはきっとシロが知っている私じゃないし、シロが思ってるさくらとは違うんだよ。さくらは戻らない。変わってしまったさくらはもう別人に過ぎない。それでもさくらを殺すのは嫌なの。シロ。
Ilia asks me a question, very quietly. The Holy Grail is something people created. She's telling me that it was made to be broken, so I shouldn't hesitate to destroy it. When Ilia talks about herself like that, all I can hear is Sakura's name instead.
シロ、もう一度だけ聞くわ。それでも、あなたはさくらを探しに行くの？
I don't know what feelings are behind that question, so I answer as honestly as I can.
ああ、探しに行く。俺にとってさくらはどうあってもさくらなんだ。それはイリアも同じだろう。もしイリアが聖杯なんてわけのわからないものになっても、イリアはイリアだ。たとえどんなに変わり果ててしまっても、その中にイリアがいるのなら、それは俺の知っているイリアだと思う。難しいことは正直よくわからない。俺にはそれだけだ。
I reach for the door.
造形のところよ。さくらが行くとしたら、そこ以外ありえないわ。
Her voice guides me from behind.
わかった。イリアはうちで待機しててくれ。さくらを連れてすぐ帰ってくる。
I leave the house entrance. Ilia keeps watching me go from afar. I arrive at the Mato mansion. I'm not winded at all. I should be tired after running this morning, but my body feels completely fine. My finger stops before ringing the doorbell. Did someone enter or leave? The front door lies partly ajar, and the inside is terribly quiet. There's no sign of anyone here. The house is even more dreary than it was yesterday. I don't find anyone on the first floor. The only sound I hear is my echoing footsteps. I make my way upstairs, the floorboards creaking beneath me. The second floor is also empty. I gaze up at the sky through the skylight. I could sense that there was no one living here as soon as I went up the stairs. I stop myself before I go back downstairs. No one living. A sense of dread directs my attention to an open door. It's Sakura's room. I've seen it once before. I've never been inside. When Shinji showed me around before, Sakura pushed us outside, blushing furiously. I think that was 2 years ago. Nothing's changed. It's a girly room barely decorated at all, which is like Sakura. There.
シンジ。
Shinji's dead body is sprawled on the bed. Oh, good. I don't care about that guy. He had it coming. Now we're gonna find out what happened.
ずいぶん遅いお帰りじゃないか。
The mask falls off the man who was her brother. His sticky plastic smile is gone without a trace.
この裏切り者、マトウの面汚しが。
He screams at her as he closes in. The man glowers viciously at the girl, closing in with sluggish yet threatening steps. The girl twitches in fright. She realizes that he's approaching her with hatred and bloodlust.
そうだよな。お前はそうでなくっちゃ。そうだ。どんなに普通の人間を装っても変わらない。お前はマトウの女だ。卑しい魔術師崩れ。恐れ、怯え、やがて感情をなくし、人形と変わらなくなる。
He roughly moves in. She retreats. A long-lost feeling of superiority brings a smile to the man's face. And that's why he fails to realize that the girl cowering in front of him isn't obedient like she's always been. The man is the only one who doesn't see that she's twisting away from him out of sheer revulsion and defiance.
なんだ、今日は随分元気じゃないか。そうかそうかそうか、そりゃあいい。エミヤも今頃落ち込んでるだろうな。
ダメ、やめて、近寄らないで、兄さん。
The girl does everything she can to push the threatening man away.
は？
He stops. His extended hand slightly dips and he stares down at the girl as if encountering something alien.
なんて言った？今お前なんて言った？
She told you to stop, dude. His voice is shocked. The girl gulps and works up the courage to look him in the eyes.
近寄らないでと言ったんです。私はこれ以上兄さんの言いなりにはならない。先輩はこんな私でも受け入れてくれた。私を守るって言ってくれた。私は兄さんのおもちゃじゃない。私はもう。
The girl desperately tries to squirm out from under the man's oppressive shadow. His voice is hollow. He stares down at the cowering girl.
ふざけんな。ふざけるな。ふざけるな。ふざけるな。この
His temper explodes.
エミヤだと僕の言いなりにはならない。勘違いするな。何様のつもりだお前。決めるのはいつでも兄である僕だ。お前は今まで通りただ黙って従えばいいんだよ。
The dam in his anger is broken. There's no stopping it. His mind can't take the shock of being defied by someone who's never turned on him before.
訂正しろよさくら。お前は僕のものだ。他の誰のものでもない。身の程をわきまえろ。お前はマトウの女だ。ならお前には僕に逆らう権利なんてこれっぽっちもないんだよ。
He doesn't know how to stop his anger. The girl glares at him reproachfully, with determination in her eyes. He finds her gaze maddening. He doesn't like being stared at so directly. At the same time, he laughs at her powerless resistance. He laughs. He laughs. The brother cackles in delight. That's when she realizes deep down what he's thinking. No matter what, he seems determined to ruin my life just to ridicule me. She whimpers. Why is he always like this? Because he's an ass. She puts up with so much for so long. She's lied to other people or even herself, trying to convince herself that she could still be happy someday. She thought that she was happy just being at Senpai's house. And yet, why can't he even let her have that? No, he isn't the only one. She's always thought, always resented. Why? Why does the world around me hate me this much? She can't put any strength into her limbs. She doesn't feel like resisting, and the man who calls himself her brother leers down at her. The girl absently stares up at the man, making a smug, sinister expression.
こんな人いなければいいのに。
11 years. She thinks something she's never thought before in all that time. Something whips through the air. The man who had been bearing down on her limps over. There's a shower of fresh blood. The girl rises and looks wordlessly at the man. He died instantly. Something incredibly sharp hit him in the head. There's some kind of line letting into his cranium, marked by a flowing red liquid. The line reached his brain, but it's so thin that nothing leaks from the wound. She feels nothing as she looks down at it. The shadow that killed her brother is swaying. It's swaying as the gray sunlight illuminates it. It's hers. Her own sunlit shadow smoothly rises, quivering and swaying. That's why she's the one who did it. She killed her own brother. She understands this, but she feels nothing. She feels nothing. 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 Not hatred, nor fear, nor guilt, nor regret. The only thought in her empty mind is how easy it was. This feels familiar. It isn't the first time. She's dreamed about it plenty of times. Maybe she learned by example because she saw it in her dreams. In her dreams. She's not sure. But she should have done this sooner. If it wasn't going to feel like anything, then she should have done this a lot sooner. That's right, she thinks. Oh boy. Her supposed absent emotions whispered that it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun? No, it is fun. But it was fun. When? Where? What? Dream. In a dream. Oh right, I'm not dreaming. Yeah, that dream. It isn't a dream. The person that goes out every night and kills all the men who approach her is none other than herself. She killed a lot of them. So many. I did it. I killed them all while laughing. Well, you're still laughing now. It's hilarious. If she doesn't laugh, she'll break. She can't take this unless she laughs. The more she laughs, the more she falls apart and her tears won't stop. And nothing starts to matter anymore. Nah, she broke too. It's so funny that it makes her stomach hurt. The more she laughs, the stupider she gets. But it feels so good and it comes out so easily. Ah, how silly. How absurd. How foolish she is. Her smile twitches. Sweet twinkling chuckles escape her lips in a place of her now motionless brother. And then after playing with her brother's body for a while, moving it around like a child playing house, she finally gets up from the bed. She stands in front of the mirror, looking at her bloodstained figure. The shadow that's killed so many is standing behind her. Her shadow. Her dark self that's eaten dozens of people. She tried so hard to control her so that this wouldn't happen. Someone stayed by her side so that this wouldn't happen. She laughed scornfully. There had never been any point to it from the beginning.
なんだ。少しずつおかしくなってたんじゃないんだ。
She twirls in front of the mirror. A proud smile adorns her lips.
見てください、先輩。私、最初から壊れてたんです。
She says in the same tone one might use to ask for a dance. The girl's mind ended there. It was replaced, to be precise. Her subconscious, which had always kept the lid on, simply emerged. There's someone else she's speaking to as well, behind the girl. In the deep darkness, he reveals only his presence.
多くの人間を殺したな、さくら。
The girl doesn't answer. She doesn't even need to nod.
お前はもはや人として生きられる。
She doesn't answer. That isn't worth responding to either.
さあ、その影を受け入れるがいい。お前を止められる者はおらん。アインツベルンの娘を奪い聖杯を手に入れよう。もはやお前にそれ以外の生きる術はない。
はい。 仰せのままに、おじい様。
She nods quietly. Does she anticipate the work to come? Or does she merely want to flee from him? She doesn't know her own heart anymore. All she knows is that the moment she accepted her shadow, all the pain she'd ever felt vanished like a dream. It creeps up her body, starting with her feet. The black mud coats her skin. The pain becomes fire, and it burns her skin, like a curse. Her pale skin turns into something else.
これなら
She won't lose to anyone ever again. No one can stop her. She knows for a fact that she's the strongest fighter in this war. She'll defeat everyone who's threatened her, just as she always imagined. She trembles. The thought alone fills her with an unexpected joy. In the midst of her rapture, one name repeatedly comes to mind. Rin Tosaka, the family member she loves and respects the most. So she's going after Rin? Uh-oh.
シンジ。
Shinji's corpse is on the bed. That's all. What happened here? It shouldn't be possible to glean what happened, but
さくら。
I know she killed him. I can't think straight. Shinji's body. Sakura's whereabouts. It hasn't been half a day since I held Sakura last night, so how? Why?
おや、誰かと思えばエミヤの小せがれか。よく来たと言いたいところだが、少しばかり遅かったようじゃな。
I whirl around at the sudden voice. Nobody's behind me. I know that there isn't anyone in this mansion. This is just Zokin's voice transmitted from somewhere else.
そうけん。お前、さくらに何をした？
何もしておらぬ。見ての通り、不肖の孫が妹から返り討ちにあっただけよ。別段騒ぎ立てるほどのことでもない。
Oh, I think it bears making a fuss.
だが、不肖の孫と呼ぶのもこれ限りじゃな。使えの男ではあったが、最後にはきっちりと役目を果たしてくれた。
He chuckles. I can't see the old mage, but it's clear that he's enjoying this.
シンジの役目だと。
おうよ。桜をその気にさせるのはわしではできぬ。わしはちとあれに嫌われすぎてしまったからな。お主か信じどちらかにあれの席を壊してもらわねばならなかった。桜が自らの影を受け入れるにはこの世に絶望してもらわねばならなかったからの。いやはやこれはわしの過ちじゃ。あれの精神力を甘く見ておった。簡単に決壊すると思ったが、あれは決して自分から崩れはしない。よもやあれがあそこまで我慢強く育つとは思わなんだ。
My nerves condense. Before I can even comprehend his rambling, my right hand balls into a fist and I instantly open my magic
い
circuit.
や、欲を言えば、お主の手で桜を裏切って欲しかったのだぞ。それならば、あのように半端な覚醒ではとどまらず、心身ともに影そのものに変わり果てたであろう。だがまあ、それも時間の問題よな。神事の死をもってあれはようやく自分の立場を受け入れた。あとは見ているだけでよい。あれは本能の赴くままに人を襲い、その暴食ゆえに自滅する。わしの仕事はその後ということ。
I punch him. I punch the voice in the darkness where there should only be a wall with all my might. I punch unconsciously powered by all the magical energy I could ram into it, blast through the wall, sweeping away the darkness staining the room.
これは怖い。監視役にと残した虫どもが軒並み潰れおったわ。これではすぐに声すら届かなくなるな。
うるせえ！出てこい、造形！ここで八つ咲きにしてやる！
いやいや残念だがそういうわけにもいかぬ。 マキリ500年の祝願にようやく手が届いたのだ。ここでお主に殺されるわけにもいかぬし、お主を仕留めるほど恩知らずでもないのでな。
恩知らずだと？ふざけるな。誰がお前に尻尾を振った？
振ったとも。お主はあそこまで桜を育ててくれたではないか。あの娘に他者を欲するという感情を教え込んだのは他ならぬお主よ。そう、わしは感謝しておるよ、エミヤシロ。こたびの儀はお主がいてこその成功だった。故に殺しはせん。お主には見事成長したあれの姿を見てもらわねばならんからの。
造剣。
もはや誰にも止められん。兄を殺したあれは立ち止まることなどできぬ。アインツベルンの聖杯、あの小娘が取り込んだアーチャーの魂を取り込み、門に至る鍵を奪う。させれば罪だ。我がマキリの悲願、第三法の再現がついに果たされるのみよ。
His laugh is grating. Ah. Wait. They're going to take the Ironsburn Grail? I run. I don't care about Zokin's cackling. He's just watching from a safe location anyway. No, never mind that old bastard's rambling.
そうだ、急がよいエミヤシロ。すでに桜は国家しておる。イリアスフィールを捕らえれば容赦なく飲み下すぞ。
I run as fast as I can. I don't care if my legs give out.
エリア、プッシュで。
It takes 20 minutes to get home from the mansion at full sprint. I run back to Ilya as fast as I can, glaring up at the overcast sky. This guy's been running around, man, back and forth. The girl looks up at the sky. The gray sunlight clouds her hair, and her red eyes are steeped in shadow.
そうね。シローが帰ってきたら言わなくっちゃ。
Iliasville talks out loud to no one in particular. The Emiya house is quiet. Chiro and Rin both looking for Sakura. Ryder doesn't show herself as usual, so Ilya is all by herself.
天の杯、200年前に作られた一番初めの約束の土地。この感じじゃもう起動が始まってる。
This is the fifth Holy Grail war to take place in the town of Fuyuki. The Holy Grail descends on a different location each time, but this time, it's returned to where it began. It's only natural. They use the 4 gates in this land, and each time it fails, they pick a new one. The first was Ryodo Temple. The second was the Tosaka House. The third was the Church on the Hill. The fourth was that burned field. And this time, it'll return to the land they first appeared in, to the land where it all started. To the false utopia, where they first enacted this ritual called the Holy Grail War.
精霊の魂で満ち足りた聖杯。それをもって門を開くのが彼らが目指した奇跡だけど、まさか開けてもいないのに中に住んでしまうものが出るなんて。
She finds it rather comical. With things as they are, the Ironsburns' wish will be for naught. They failed. Whatever happens next, whatever will soon be born, will be a catastrophe far removed from what they desired.
放っておけばいい。私の役目は開けることだもの。閉じろなんてこと誰も私に言わなかった。
Even if she was willing to try, it's too late now.